Good evening, Ramana Garu.
Good evening, sir.
It was a great experience learning the new rules that you put open to us in the last session. It was really amazing to find nuances in an already established science. You promised to us that you will be revealing more in depth, going ascendant by ascendant, about the behavior of the planets. We are very, very eager to hear from you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you. I am also equally excited to share the principles as enunciated by Shri V.S. Mutigaru.
Yeah.
And he has explained so many principles of Parashara, Jaimini, as well as Sripati, and also he has explained the various traditions, the sanas and the paramparas which are followed in the field of astrology and which are required to be known for delineation of a horoscope. Last session, initially we have dealt with the planets, the ownership of the planets in a horoscope and their behavior if placed in different houses.
Yes.
As I said in the initial video, the planets change their behavior according to their ownership, position and conjunction. As we have dealt with the ownership in the last video, now we will start discussing about the placement of planets lagna wise.
Great.
Okay. We will start with two planets, that is without any conjunctions.
Okay.
We will take each lagna, each planet from Sun to Saturn. We will see their ownership and the position, where at all it is good, where at all it is bad, as per the principles correlating with the initial video what we have. What I have thought initially is we will discuss 4 lagnas in each session, but I realized that it is very important to discuss each and every planet, their lordship and their position initially, so that the viewers will understand better. So before we proceed, I would like to mention that the viewers are aware of the basic concepts of Karakattvas of the houses and Karakattvas of planets.
Yeah.
So which are very much important for understanding. Yeah, which are very much important for understanding the behavior of the planets.
Absolutely.
Now, I'll proceed with the Aries lagna or Aries Ascendant, the planetary positions and their behavior.
Okay.
Okay. So I have divided this into different categories. Like one is ordinary yoga and no yoga. So, though the author has given ordinary yoga and no yoga differently means different places, I have combined them so that it doesn't make much difference. And the next gradation is good.
Okay.
It is better position for the planets. And the third one is very good and the positions where the planets cause Raja Yoga.
Okay.
Okay. And the last part one is bad position. That is the position which is not very congenial for the planets to give yogas or results.
Okay.
And the last one is avayoga. If the planet is placed in that particular position, it causes avayoga to the horoscope as such.
Okay.
Or it may nullify many other yogas which are present in the chart.
Okay.
Right. Now we will take up Aries Ascendant starting with the Sun.
Okay.
So as you are aware, Sun is the 5th Lord for Aries Ascendant. Okay. So our discussion started with Konadipati Dosha.
Yes.
Where we have seen that the Konas are powerful or benefit the increasing order 159.
Yes.
Okay. So the 5th house is the second best in its benefic nature and not the ultimate one. Ultimate one is the ninth one.
Ninth house, yeah.
Okay. Sun is the lord of the fifth house, which is a benefic, but not of ultimate character.
Right.
Right. At the same time, Sun is a 50% malefic. He is not a 100% malefic.
Right.
Therefore, in these circumstances, when a malefic planet, that is a planet which is having a Kunadipati, the malefic planet having Kunadipati dosha, it becomes malefic if he is placed in Dusthanas.
Correct.
If he is placed in Dusthanas, he is going to give very good results.
Correct.
Okay. Here, slightly there is a variation here. Dusthanas are 3, 6, 8, 12 and 11th is also considered as a malefic house. Now if you see, when I said a malefic planet, that is a malefic planet having Konadipati dosha, if he is placed in Dusthana, he gives good results.
Yeah.
But here under categorization, what I have given, as per the author, Sun is giving very good results in 3rd house, 11th house and 12th house.
Mm-hmm.
And also in these places it causes Raja Yoga. Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas other Dusthanas like 6 and 8 are categorized into ordinary yoga.
Mm-hmm.
Because as per the author, the 12th house is taken as an exception for giving very good results. Please try to, carefully follow this particular principle. 12th house is taken as an exception for giving best results for Sun in the 12th house.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in the gradation list, the Dusthanas are powerful in 3, 6, 8, 12 in the sequence.
Right.
That also we have discussed in the initial video.
Yeah.
Whereas since the Sun is 50% malefic and 5th house is also 50% benefic.
Mm-hmm.
So in the gradation list, the least malefic house is 3rd house.
Right.
So in 3rd house he gives best results.
Mm-hmm.
Also 11th house. 11th house is why 11th house is taken is initially, as we said, 2nd house and 11th house are neutral houses. Okay.
Yeah.
2nd house and 11th house are taken as neutral houses, but 11th house is bit more malefic when compared to 2nd house and bit less malefic when compared to 3rd house.
Mm-hmm.
Kindly note this point. 11th house is a bit more malefic when compared to 2nd house and less malefic when compared to the 3rd house.
3rd house, yeah.
Okay. Therefore, 3rd house and 11th house are categorized in the very good place for Sun. And 12th house is taken as an exception here and is placed in the 12th, very good position, and also the place where it can cause Raja Yoga, since 6th and 8th are more malefic when compared to 3rd, they are taken into the ordinary yoga.
Okay.
Did you get the point?
Yeah, they split the into 2 halves, Dusthanas into 2 halves.
Yeah, because Sun is 50% malefic.
Right. And
5th house is also 50% benefic Kona.
Okay.
So, this is here Sun is not considered full malefic.
Understood.
That is the reason only less malefic houses is causing Raja Yoga.
Understood.
And more malefic houses he is causing ordinary yoga.
Understood.
So 2nd house is a Mishra house and it is neither benefic nor malefic. In 2nd house also it causes ordinary yoga.
Understood.
Okay. And as per our definition, a planet having Konadipati dosha if placed in Kendras and Konas, will give bad results.
Absolutely.
Therefore, our initial definition is a planet malefic having Konadipati dosha, if placed in Kendras and Konas, will give malefic results. Therefore, for Aries Lagna, Sun being the Kona Lord, if placed or if posited in Kendras and Konas, it gives bad results.
Absolutely.
Therefore, it is categorized in the bad position.
Now, Sun gets exalted in the first house.
Definitely. Sun gets always, malefic planets, exaltation is a
bad thing.
Bad thing. Therefore, even otherwise also, Sun in first house for Aries Lagna is bad.
So in this day, we are not graded in the bad quality because it's pretty much bad.
Pretty much bad.
Okay.
And even here also, as initially we discussed, the Kendras are powerful in the increasing order 1, 4, 7, 10.
Okay.
Okay. And also exaltation sign is more bad.
Yes.
Understood. So if you want to grade this also, though the author was not mentioned, we can take it as first house is very bad because it is exaltation sign.
Yes.
And 10th house is the powerful Kendra. It is also bad. And 9th house is a powerful Kona. It is also bad.
Okay.
Okay. 4th house and 5th house, when compared to 1, 9, 10, it may be a little lesser bad.
Right.
And 7th house being the debilitation sign and also a Kendra may be a little bit less than the finite. Yeah.
Yeah. Better. Yeah. Understood.
So that way, if we ourselves want to categorize, this is the way we can do it.
Yeah. Pretty clear now.
Okay. So shall I proceed to the next planet?
Yeah. Please do.
Yeah. Moon. So for Aries Lagna, Moon is the 4th lord. Okay.
Yeah.
So 4th lord, Moon, if it is strong, it is considered as a benefic planet.
Right.
Strong Moon means again a Moon which is 72 degrees ahead of Sun or behind the Sun.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. So if Moon happens to be strong, he possesses the Kendradipati dosha for Aries Lagna.
Right.
Okay. So a benefic planet having Kendradipati dosha, if he is posited in Kendras and Konas, it causes avayoga.
Right.
Or it produces malefic results.
Right.
So considering Moon, it is as strong, it will cause or use bad results when posited in 1, 4, 7, 10 and 5, 9.
Right.
Comparatively, its position in 5, 9 is less than the position in 1, 4, 7, 10. In terms of malefic nature.
Okay, right, understood.
Okay. And if he is posited in Dusthanas 3, 6, 8, 12, it causes Raja Yoga.
Yeah.
Okay, it's very simple.
This is
and it is good if posited in 2 and 11. These are mixed houses.
Mixed houses, neutral, yeah.
Neutral houses. So in neutral houses, though the planet is possessing Kendradipati dosha, if posited in neutral houses, it is causing good, it will give good results.
Medium size, basically.
Medium size. Okay.
Yeah.
So is it okay now?
Yeah, this is clear. And what happens in the case if Moon is weak? Then the thing will interchange, right?
Yeah, I am coming to that. If Moon is weak, these positions get interchanged.
Yeah.
Okay. Moon is weak, these positions will get interchanged.
And what would happen if Moon...
In such a case, if it is placed in...
When Moon is placed in Scorpio, the 8th sign, it gets debilitated?
Yeah, that's what. See, in this particular... here itself, if Moon is strong, even then if it is placed in 8th house, it is causing good yoga. Whereas if moon is weak, in such a case, the positions of interchange, if moon is positioned in 1, 4, 7, 10, 5, 9, it will cause good yoga.
Right.
And if moon is placed in 3, 6, 8, 12, it causes bad yoga.
Right.
Understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, let us go to the next planet, Mars.
Yeah.
Mars here is the first and eighth lord. So here, I would like to give some examples here. Examples in the sense, examples of other lagnas also. Here Mars is the first lord and eighth lord. The similar situation comes for Tula lagna.
Venus.
For Venus, first lord and eighth lord. Okay. And there is another situation for Scorpio lagna. Mars is first lord and sixth lord. And for Vrishabha lagna or Taurus lagna, Venus is first lord and sixth lord.
Right.
So these lagnas are to be very carefully seen with regard to the first house position.
Here the author takes the first house as both Kendra and Kona, or does he give preference to one of them?
Yeah, I am coming to that only. It's a good point you have raised. For Aries lagna, Mars should be taken as a Kona lord. For Aries lagna, the ownership of first house for Mars should be taken as a Kona. And now for Aries lagna, Mars is a Kona lord and eighth lord. Okay. For Libra lagna, Venus should be taken as a Kendra lord and eighth lord. Please note this.
Yeah.
For Venus, Libra lagna, Venus should be taken as a Kendra lord and eighth lord. Okay. Similarly, for Taurus lagna, Venus should be taken as a Kendra lord and sixth lord. Whereas for Scorpio lagna, Mars should be taken as Kendra lord and sixth lord.
Oh, Kendra.
That is the exception here.
Okay.
Okay. So now Mars has become the Kona lord and eighth lord. Though he has the blemish of Kona, in the sequence he has become the eighth lord also. So eighth ownership is good for malefic planet.
Right.
Here, one more thing I would like to mention, which I have come across in the book, for benefics other than Kendras, are good houses.
Yeah.
Like that is Konas and other than Konas also. For ownership.
Yeah.
Okay. For malefics, other than Konas are good houses. For ownership purpose.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yeah.
So here, now Mars has become a benefic.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
A benefic going to a
because of first house he has become malefic, but because of eighth house second, he becomes a benefic.
Benefic. So in such a situation, a benefic going to a benefic house is good.
Yes. Please go ahead.
A benefic going to a benefic house is good.
Yeah.
Therefore, if he is placed in 4759 for Aries lagna, it is good. Here the exceptions are taken for first house and 10th house because first house is his own house and 10th house is exaltation.
Okay. Understood.
So, any planet, again one more point I am putting forward, as per the author, any planet in his own house is not going to give yoga.
Okay.
Okay. So please make a note of this point also.
So
and request the viewers to do it.
We'll probably add it into our previous this thing as an additional rule.
We can do that.
Yeah.
We can do that. But while explaining the ascendant itself, if you put forward these things, it will be very clear to the people.
Yeah.
Pictorially we are trying to explain them. So here, Mars has become a benefic. Is general rule is if it's placed in a Kendra and Koda gives good results. But exceptionally, in first house because it's own house, and 10th house because it's exaltation sign. Because malefic exaltation is not good.
Good, correct.
So 1 and 10 are taken as exception. That means because of own house and exaltation sign, and in those houses it gives only ordinary yoga.
Understood.
And 2 and 11 houses,
neutral.
It is need not to mention. So it gives for most of the planets they are giving ordinary or no yogas only.
Yeah, understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So such a Mars, if is placed in 3, 6, 8, 12 Dusthanas, it's going to be bad results.
Very clear. Very clear.
Yeah. Now coming to Mercury. Mercury is the 3rd and 6th lord. So as I just mentioned, planet, he is not having any Kendra Dosha here.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Mercury is also categorized in one of the benefic planets. It doesn't have any benefic, Kendra Dosha here. However, he is a malefic here because he is owning the 3rd and 6th house.
Correct.
Because he is a 50% benefic.
Yeah.
Owning 3rd and 6th house. If he is posited in 3, 6, 8, 12, he gives good yoga.
Correct.
And if he is placed in Kendras and Tas, he is not going to give good yogas.
Clear.
Here. And 211, as we already discussed, it is a ordinary yoga. Okay?
Very clear.
Okay. Venus.
One question here.
Yeah.
This is assuming that Mercury has not become a benefic on account of conjunctions or aspects in the chart.
Yeah, definitely. See, here we are, as initially I said, we are discussing only single planet.
Correct.
If there are conjunctions, Mercury is going to change its behavior drastically.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming to Venus, he is a lord of 2nd and 7th house. Okay. Having the one of 7th house, he becomes malefic.
Yes.
Because he is a benefic planet owning a Kendra.
Correct.
Here, one point which is to be carefully noted by the viewers. The 2nd house here, it takes the strength of the lagna 50% and takes the strength of the 3rd house 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, it has been the neutral house. Okay. So, while explaining this particular concept, the author has taken 2nd house lordship also as the Kendra lordship for Venus.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, here Venus becomes more malefic as if he is owning 2 Kendras.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? Just like the dual signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, the Kendradipati dosha is attributed to Venus for Aries Lagna.
Okay.
Okay. So, for Aries Lagna, Venus is the most malefic planet by ownership.
Ownership.
Okay. So, again, our definition comes into picture. Malefic, benefic planet owning Kendras, if he is posited in 6, 8, 12 Dusthanas, it gives good yogas.
Yeah. And
if he is posited in Kendras and Kodas, it gives bad yogas.
Right.
Here, the author has taken an exception for the 2nd house also because 2nd house is considered as a Kendra.
Right.
So, 2nd house is also categorized in the bad position.
And 12th house is to give a better result somewhat?
But yes, better results.
Exaltation, because it's a...
It's a exaltation sign.
But here he is considering Venus as malefic, but...
So, Venus is malefic only, malefic, but for the purpose of exaltation, he is considered a benefic only.
Correct.
But 12th house is a Dusthana. So 12th house is a Dusthana first of all.
Correct.
12th house is a Dusthana. Therefore, anyway, it has to be categorized in the good positions for Venus.
Yes.
Added to that, it is an exaltation sign for that.
Correct.
Okay. And only thing is, third house is taken into the good places, not very good place. Third house or 11th house are only good positions for Venus, for Aries. So, shall we proceed with the next planet?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Jupiter. Jupiter is the 9th and 12th lord.
Yeah.
9th and 12th lord. So, having the ownership of a Kona, he becomes a benefic planet.
Yeah.
When such a situation is there for Jupiter, the 12th house maleficence will go and the 9th house ownership prevails here.
Right.
Okay. So, he has become a benefic planet now.
Yeah.
And benefics, if placed in Kendras and Gonas, it is good.
Correct.
Okay. So, therefore, though it does not give very good results or Raja Yoga, position of Kendras and Konas, Jupiter gives good results. Okay.
One question, if it goes into the 10th, would it be a very strong Raja Yoga?
10th house.
Yeah, because 9th lord is
10th house is a debilitation sign for
okay, for Aries lagna.
Jupiter.
That is the reason.
Yeah, for 10th house is the debilitation sign for Jupiter.
Correct.
So, benefic debilitation does not give any yoga.
Yes, correct. That is the reason, right?
Yeah. Then, Jupiter going to 3, 6, 8, 12 gives bad results. Okay. And 2 and 11 it is going to give ordinary results.
Yeah.
Right. Then come to the Saturn for Aries Lagna. He is the 10th and 11th lord.
Yeah.
By ownership, he has become benefic.
Yeah.
Because malefic planet owning a Kendra is a benefic.
Yes.
And 11th house is also a Mishra house. It is neither benefic nor malefic.
Yeah.
So, it is for Saturn is considered a benefic planet here.
Correct.
So, when it goes to a benefic house 1-4, when Kendras and Konas, it is going to cause Raja Yoga.
Yes.
Whereas 7th house is taken out as an exception because it is an exaltation sign.
Correct.
Okay. And other places, 3, 6, 8, 12, 11 are ordinary yoga, ordinary places for Saturn in this particular lagna.
Mm-hmm.
And 11th house is good for money, but it does not give any yoga.
Okay.
Okay. And second house is good because it's again it's a friend's house for him.
But why isn't 3, 6, 8, 12 taken as bad? It's just put as in no yoga condition.
Yeah, because here he is having the ownership of 11th house also.
Okay.
He is having the ownership of 11th house also. Therefore, those houses are taken into ordinary places and no yoga places.
Understood. And the first house will become a sign of debilitation.
Debilitation. Yes. Then it causes good yoga.
Good yoga. Whereas the 9 should cause a very good Raj Yoga.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. 9th, it's a, but again, see, 9th house, position wise also, for malefic planet, it's a Kona.
Yes.
it's a Kona. It gives Raja Yoga only in 1, 4, 10 places. In 5, 9, though it is very good for him, but Raja Yoga wise, it is less in compared to 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 10.
Correct.
Understand?
Yeah. Now it is clear.
I think we will end this session for further discussions on other lagnas.
Yes. And it will give us time to digest this.
Yes.
And once we look at other lagnas, I think it will become much more clearer.
Yes.
So thanks a lot. It's been enlightening, though a bit confusing to begin with. But once we are able to appreciate the nuances, it would make reading a chart very easy.
Yes, definitely.
So thanks once again.